Sandor Martin upsets Mikey Garcia. But was it really an upset? Let's chat about it.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex alive is one in the six. Fit the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You ain't run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I'm a 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. Well, I wanted the dust to settle for a little while before I gave my opinion on this. Salute to Sandor Martin. He showed up and he showed out. He had a nice performance against Mikey Garcia, who was clearly the favorite in a 10-round bout where he won a majority decision. Things that I noticed during the fight. First and foremost, I'm not discrediting Sandor. And I'm not lying when I say that Sandor wasn't even on anybody's radar. At least over here, he wasn't. I never saw him fight in my life. Never did. Saw Mikey fight a bunch of times. Mikey is well-rounded in the basics. Pretty good fighter. But there's reasons why he couldn't get it done against Sandor Martin. And one of the reasons why I felt he couldn't get it done, he hasn't fought since February. I don't know who match made this. I don't know if he picked it or someone, maybe Robert picked it. I don't know, but it's always a problem when you're fighting a southpaw. That's a problem, especially for Mikey. So there was the time out of the ring, southpaw position. Let's say he was having a good night against the southpaw. He looks slow and he looks soft. Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice that? Mikey looks soft in the midsection. Looked like he had to either he had to eat to maintain that weight, or he's just chilling around that weight because there's more lucrative fights at that weight. I don't know. But if I was to take a guess, I would look at those facts, and I wouldn't even actually guess is a strong word. I wouldn't guess. I would look at the facts and say, yeah, he's hanging around at that weight because there's more lucrative opportunity there. I was reading something from a boxing scene. If you want, I'll put the link in the description. I'm not going to read the whole thing. It's from Jake Donovan, a name I trust. It said Saturday marked Garcia's third straight fight above 140. A maximum catch weight of 145 pounds was agreed upon between Garcia and Martin. I didn't know that. The latter, who primarily competes at junior welterweight. Garcia came in well under the contract limit in search of lucrative opportunities at 140. See? Had he emerged victorious in this fight, which he believed to be the case, though not to point out discrediting the final scores. So, I'll put the link in the description if you want to read that. But basically what he's saying is Mikey was up there for the bread. The trade-off is losing to a boxer like Martin. After the first round, I knew it was going to be a long night for Martin. For Garcia. There were times when Martin was leaning against the ropes, and that was Mikey's chance to run off some combinations. And right in between the third or fourth shot, Martin would throw a looping right hand over Mikey's left. And it happened a few times during the fight. So he had enough power to keep Garcia honest. And shout out to Stormy B-Man because he pointed this out yesterday. Mikey has a great poker face. And although he wasn't hurt to the point where he was bobbling all around the ring, Martin obviously had sharp enough punches that had enough pop on him that Mikey didn't want to walk through it and eat too many of those. And it kept him honest. It kept him straight up and down honest. Martin showed great lateral movement. He didn't back down. There was a point in the fight where he hit Mikey with I believe it was a left, and Mikey stumbled. And Martin stopped and put his glove out because Martin felt that his feet weren't under him. But that was a punch that landed. You know, I would implore him to go back and look at that and be like, oh, no. I hit him and he stumbled back. You know, Mikey clearly lost that fight. One judge had it a draw. The other two judges had it correct. There's always one. But salute to Sandor Martin. He got it done. But I don't think this was an upset. Skill for skill, Martin is just better. And this was a bad scout. Bad. There's some guys you need to just leave alone. Martin has 2 losses on his record. There's just some guys you got to look and start listening to and say, you know what? No one will accuse Mikey of ducking this guy, but this guy's a bad matchup. No one's checking him over here in the States. Let's leave him alone. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were thinking picking a southpaw who's a boxer, because Martin is a pure boxer based off of what I saw. And he must have some pop to him, to Mikey. You got to understand, Mikey is not, for him to be naturally walking around at 140, 145, 147, whatever. When we say natural, that means when he's not working out, you know, he walks around at a bigger weight, but he could do some training, and it won't be a fat camp necessarily. He might have to lose about 10 pounds during the camp, but he could work on technique and whoever he's going to fight. Mikey Garcia, his body type doesn't permit him to do that. And this is no disrespect to him. This is just the truth. I think when he's not training, he walks around well over 150 pounds, but that's because his body type, he eats a lot. This is just an assumption. I don't know the man. But when he's in shape and he wants to be powerful and give himself a better chance to win, he'll cut down to 130, 135. We could make some things happen. Him walking around at 140, based off of what we saw Saturday, that's dangerous for him. I didn't even know that there. Let me read that again. Catch rate of 145 was agreed upon? I didn't know that. Why would you agree to that? Let me read that again. And then he said, okay, Garcia came in well under the contracted limit in search of lucrative opportunities at 140. So he's doing this for money. And if I'm Robert, I'm saying, yo, look, little bro, you're going to F around and get hurt. You'll get the paydays, but you'll get hurt. Martin had enough pop to keep him honest. It's not like he hit him and he said, okay, I ain't feel that. Let me just go ahead and finish doing what I'm doing. No, he hit him and Mikey backed up every time. That's what happened. So this is not an upset. It's just an upset because we never heard of Martin. We wasn't even paying attention to him. The man got 2 losses. He's been in Spain. But now, thanks to Mikey, we know who Martin is. And now we're saying, do they rematch? I'm sure they're open to it. And what can Mikey do to make some significant changes to get a different outcome? I don't know. What happens if he rematches Martin and loses again? Now you got to put Martin in the mix with other things. Mikey, go back to 135. If you want to keep fighting, you're a multi-millionaire. If If you want to keep fighting, you have a significant following that supports you. That's cool. Go back to 145 though. Messing around at 140 and 147. Let's say you beat Martin in a rematch. Fine. You want to fight Josh Taylor? You want to fight Tank? I don't know, man. It might look good. It might sound good. But come on, dude. Go down to 135, man. Because at this point, you're robbing the bank. But you might get hurt in the process. That's just my opinion. But salute to Sandor Martin. This is not an upset. He just outboxed Mikey. Bottom line. Bronx on deck. Move!